FSC and PEFC notification on purchase orders. Currently, all purchase orders will have the FFC and PFC logos on the footer of your purchase orders if held by the company. And if a contract is recorded to be carried out to FFC or PEFC certification, materials supplied or used on this contract are required to meet these criteria. Now, when placing a purchase order for materials, notation can be made either on the description of the item being ordered or in the terms and conditions. However, if a purchase order is being placed to a company that you're giving free issue materials for them to work on, the system will automatically make a notation at the end of the description of the item being ordered that they're not permitted to replace any of the materials supplied, and any replacements required will be supplied to them. Now, even if they hold a relevant FFC or PEFC certificate, there'd be no guarantee that the materials they had replaced were with certified materials. So by default, the text for this will be set in the production settings of the area, but may be amended as required. Your notations might need to be slightly different. This will only function if the enforced certifications is switched on in your system settings. So when adding a line into a subcontract purchase order and the contract number, the system will check to see if the contract is to be carried out to FFC or PFC certifications, as you'll see there. If it is, then on entering the quantity required, the system will add the relevant text. Again, this text may still be amended on the purchase order if required. The resulting purchase order will then have all the necessary notations to meet the FFC or PEFC certification requirements. For more information on Contract Controller, please go to our website at www.contractcontroller.co.uk. But now we'll have a short live presentation of how to do that in a live situation. Okay, so first of all, let's just check and see where this default text is held. So if we go to System Administration, Set System Defaults, System Settings, and our Production Settings, you can see here, this is where the purchase order panel replacements for FFC or PEFC contracts is held. That will have been uploaded by default, but you can just change that to suit your company's requirements. Then, of course, you just need to check that enforced certifications is switched on. So if we come out of this, and now I'm going to create a purchase order. Now, rather than creating it outside of a contract, I'm going to show you how we can create it within a contract. So simply locate the contract you want, go to purchase orders, and then create a purchase order. Now, this facility only works for subcontractors. You can see here, it's telling me that I'm creating this purchase order within contract 2860 to save me having to remember what the number is. So first of all, we need to say who the purchase order is going to. I'm not going to worry about filling all the rest of this item in for the purchase order. That's on a different video. This is purely to show how this text is displayed. So enter in the contract number. Type in the description for your subcontractor. And then as soon as you enter the quantity required and hit the tab key, you'll see the default text is now added to this particular item. Now, this can be changed at this point as well if required. And then just carry on as normal with the rest of the purchase order. So we'll say it's 1,500. We'll say that the estimated cost was 1,550, so we've made a saving of 500, and we'll say that this job cost code of upholstery. And that's all there is to adding in the standard text. Now, if I was to enter a contract that didn't have the certification requirement, so if I put 2804 in, pop the same text in, and hit the quantity required, the system won't load that default text in because that contract isn't required to be worked to the PEFC or FSC requirement. And that's all there is to getting the system to automatically enter in that text.